You're mistaken. I have him under control. And not just him. They're all leading out of my hand. I regret that Voltest is away at the summit, but I trust you'll tend to the King's Council.
I assume you've resolved matters with Luvarden as well.
Yes, I made an offer and he accepted. He claims his superiors had similar plans, but we beat them to it. Men can do nothing but talk and then always claim the initiative.
And how is your Witcher?
I should be able to convince him.
Don't overdo it. Geralt can be exceptionally perceptive.
I know. I must get back. I'll contact you when it's all over.
Never let the Witcher guess what you hide from him.
Triss?
Should you be up? I'd rather make sure you've recovered completely.
How?
Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit. Well, you seem to be at full strength. It must be that unusual Witcher's metabolism.
Triss, how did I get here?
Pure coincidence. I was scanning for magic anomalies and happened upon a false trail set by Kalkstein.
You found me in the swamp? What happened there?
I don't know. The alchemist is still there, examining solid stone. But he won't find anything. The greater anomalies are here in Vizima.
Magic anomalies? In Vizima?
Yes. I'd appreciate it if you could help me figure them out. But back to your health.
I thought I was at full strength.
You misunderstood me. Physically, nothing's wrong. It's your mind that worries me.
Explain.
You raved for hours. I had no choice but to read your thoughts to learn about your injuries and which poisons you took this time.
I'm sure you read beyond that.
I couldn't help it. Your thoughts were quite loud. In any case, I know about your recent adventures.
Can you help me?
Recover your memory? I doubt anyone can, but there's a small chance...
A small chance of what?
From what I saw, I think you would benefit by creating a stable personality.
Meaning?
Geralt, please, this is important.
Just limit the psychobabble.
You need to take a stand on the world's problems. It doesn't matter what position, just that you choose one. A strong identity may help restore your memory.
Can't you just tell me what you saw?
No, I don't want you turning into my vision of Geralt. I want you to decide for yourself who you are, without looking back.
I shouldn't take an interest in the past?
Exactly. Your memory should return in due course.
We'll see.
Geralt.
How did you get here?
Long story. When you men went chasing around...
Which proved effective.
By some miracle, I decided to look for Salamandra using unconventional methods.
Any results?
Very good ones. You'll learn it all in due time.
Why not now?
To get this information, I had to agree not to tell you. Patience, Witcher.
Who were you talking to through the mirror?
You heard me? Ah, sorceress business. Nothing important.
Sounded serious.
I had to make a few promises to learn about Salamandra.
You could.
Trust me, it was nothing important.
You said something about magic anomalies.
Various things can cause them, but more importantly, they can be the cause of true evil. When I last felt this way, you and a sorceress were trying to capture a genie, destroyed half a city in the process. You probably have no recollection, but a lot hung in the balance.
I don't recall.
I could use your help. I have some magic sensors that need to be placed around Vizima. They'll help us locate the anomaly's source.
All right, give me the sensors. I'll take care of it.
Always eager to please.
What are friends for?
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there, a second in the temple quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third in Vizima's cemetery. We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
You said something about magic anomalies.
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there, a second in the temple quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third in Vizima's cemetery. We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
I'll see you later.
See you. Oh, I nearly forgot.
What?
Luvarden, a merchant, wants to see you. He hosts banquets at the new Nericourt.
I don't like banquets.
Important people will attend.
I don't know.
Including Princess Ada, whose curse you lifted. Apparently, she's slightly obsessed with you.
I'll think about it.
I'll be there.
All right, I'm convinced. Maybe I can gather some information there.
6 this evening. Here's the pass that makes you official in the trade quarter.
A pass?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes work?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I registered you as residing here. Falsely, of course.
What are you doing?
Finally! I've waited so long!
Kalkstein.
The greatest discovery of my life! Know that you fully earned your reward. Yes?
How goes your research?
I've a new theory. A milestone in alchemy. Everything is composed of particles so small they can't be seen.
Uh-huh.
They're constantly moving and acting upon each other. I have yet to confirm it, but I'm working on it.
Maybe you can tell me about this later.
You! Stop!
Yes?
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
What happens when a sorceress polymorphs into a viper? Who knows? None see a difference.
I saw a spider-like monster tear apart a pharmacist at the merchant's gate.
What did the creature look like?
Imagine a dog eating a spider, then vomiting it out. Now enlarge the spider 100-fold. Nay, enlarge him 1,000 times. Give him my mother-in-law's face and wrath, and that's your monster.
A professional description. Thanks.
I was hacking at the beast with my sword. Unlike you, I saw no need to examine it more closely.
Thanks again.
Geralt of Rivia!
In the flesh.
You managed to avoid the quarantine and gain official support. Martial law is in effect. Wartime rules apply.
I'll do my best to comply.
You'd better. Traitors taste steel.
What was that about martial law?
King Foltest has declared martial law in Vizima.
Why is that?
The plague's in half the kingdom, and monsters roam the city's streets.
And the quarantine and patrols aren't enough?
Never you mind.
I'm looking for...
I'm a high-ranking officer.
But I just wanted to.
Don't dare say a word. The catalyst worked. An explosion nearly threatened, but once again the Zeracanian masters are shoveling manure.
I had an itch in my nose there.
Take care. No jesting with the catalysis of pyrite.
But I didn't sneeze.
Still here?
What do you do?
I'm developing a philosopher's stone. I'll share with you the gold obtained from the transmutation of lead and throw in free the guarantee of eternal youth.
In that case, I'll return soon for my cut. What do... Seriously?
I'm from the University of Oxenfurt. They hired me to improve the composition of the steel in arms production.
Too brittle?
Too expensive. It's nearly iron and very contaminated.
Do you have alchemical ingredients for sale?
I'm a scholar, not an alchemist. I despise superstition.
Isn't alchemy a science?
Rubbish! Magic and alchemy will disappear from the world. Science alone will remain.
My friend Kalkstein considers himself an alchemist.
Kalkstein? We laugh at his pseudo-scientific mumbling. Did you peruse his metamorphoses? Hogwash, written in cloudy language meant to disguise the author's incompetence.
Metamorphoses? Not bad.
Can you imagine such insanity as the concept of substance codependence?
Kalkstein writes about coexistence, not codependence. Entirely different.
The last sentence states that in the case of substances, the terms codependence and coexistence are interchangeable.
Seriously? I'll review it. When we first spoke, you mentioned Zeracanian masters.
I attempted to solve the riddle of steel using a worthless Zeracanian book. I'd gladly swap it for something else.
Like what?
Red meteorite iron ore for my experiments. Ah, the ore. Perhaps I can finally cause this reaction.
Good luck.
Oh, sorry, here's the book.
Thanks.
Greetings, Witch.
The outskirts cramping you?
I was ordered back to Vizima. King Foltest is returning soon. In the meantime, I reward those who tend to public nuisances.
Public nuisances?
Rewards for monsters. Got anything?
What pays well?
A huge wolf has appeared in the swamp, and the locals claim wyverns steal their children.
Wyverns don't hunt humans without provocation.
Locals, nothing but trouble. They probably tried to drive the wyverns off.
Tell me more.
Ask.
Where did you learn about monsters?
A family heirloom. A book wherein all beasts are described and shown. Know what it says there?
What?
Each monster embodies a human iniquity. Devourers, gluttony, vampires, drunkenness.
What's a giant centipede embody? Farewell.
Did the guild send you?
No one sent me.
Forgive me. They chased me from the market when I refused to join the guild.
I'm only interested in what you have to offer.
Sorry for my hasty judgment. Please look.
What are you peddling?
I buy and sell arms, the best in town. I've never heard a customer complain.
We'll see about that.
Judge for yourself.
Why won't you join the guild?
Someone's trying to take over the guild, and I hate rules that force me to give free arms to some and refuse business to others.
Who's taking over the guild?
Someone with powerful links. Even the richest merchants are fearful. Vast quantities of weapons are requested, which could only be for the Grand Master or the King.
Thanks for the information. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Noble sir.
Are you propositioning me?
No, sir. I await a proposition from you. Lovely gift. Come. Pleasures await.
Geralt, I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you have a problem.
Geralt.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink? Forgot how tough you were.
Got up the courage to tell me about the lute?
I guess. My lute's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square. And I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your lute.
Wonderful.
What's so special about this lute?
It's the one I got from Teruviel in the Valley of Flowers. Remember?
Who's Teruviel?
The she-elf from the Blue Mountains. You did quite a number on her nose when you two first met.
Where is she now?
I heard she joined the Scoia'tael. I wonder if she's still alive.
In the Valley of Flowers?
I even wrote a ballad about that, where the devil says goodnight. I'll be singing it today.
I remember that.
Great, so you know why I want that loot back.
How did you get in the trade quarter?
Personal charm and fame open a lot of doors.
I doubt city guards appreciate poetry.
Geralt, you know so little. I approached a wealthy merchant whose daughter studied lute under me. With all the right contacts, he obtained a pass for me, thus demonstrating his appreciation for art. Sadly, we're no longer friends.
Tell me about this merchant.
All right. Truth is, he's got reasons to dislike me.
What did you do this time?
Let's say his daughter and I got to know each other without permission.
Typical.
Luckily, last time I visited, I made her pretty happy, so she hid the loot for me in a trunk on the upper floor.
All right, I'll do my best to find it.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose?
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story? One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts, a vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to.
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
Do you know one Siegfried of Danale?
Indeed.
What news of him?
He is due to be promoted. In fact, he possibly has been already. I don't know, we never speak.
Can you tell me why?
He is transformed. Many of the Order perished in the swamp at the hands of the elves. All save him. They say he hid 2 days within a cow's carcass. Whatever happened, surely old Ake of Danale, Siegfried's father, wouldn't have fled when faced by elves.
You don't know that, so you shouldn't judge, sir.
It need be said, however, that though he gathered information about the tactics of the Scoia'tael, how does that compare to the stain which the mission left on his honor?
Where is he?
He trains recruits in front of the Order's seat in the Temple Quarter.
All right. I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
It's not every day I get an illustrious customer like you.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Lovely inn. You must host many an illustrious guest.
True, though not many since this state of emergency.
Any other interesting customers?
You are nosy. Terrible fault. I have a terrible fault too. I'm greedy as hell. I knew we'd agree. I've got nothing against gossiping about my customers now.
I'm listening.
These suspicious types have been coming here for a while. The soldiers ignore them.
I gather they wear salamander symbols.
You know them.
Ever listen in?
They speak softly. I've heard very little.
I'm sure they've said something interesting.
I overheard them talking about a password to an underground complex. Was it a workshop?
What was the password?
One said the word thorn.
Thanks for the information. Bye. Tell me about the meeting.
The noble Luvarden of the Merchants Guild rented the first floor of my inn. I'm to supply food and drink and keep my mouth shut.
I'm invited. Tell me more.
If so, you know all you need to know. If you feel you don't honor my discretion...
Maybe some gold will untie your tongue.
I like gold, but you can't possibly pay me as much as Luvarden. Besides, I'd rather not annoy his backers.
Who's backing Luvarden?
Quiet! I've said too much already.
You're Geralt of Rivia. I heard about your feats in the outskirts.
What did you hear, knight?
Some bad, some good, but no matter. Beasts have appeared in the quarter. You demonstrated your abilities in the outskirts, so kill those monsters.
Monsters?
One huge son of a bitch, neither crab nor spider. It crept into the street and circled, then devoured a dog. It's one of those monsters the vendors gossip about.
A Kikimor?
Kiki, whatever. Yet it differed. The beast I saw didn't throw itself at people at once. It may even have feared them.
So, not a warrior. Thanks for the information.
We suffered heavy losses in the swamp due to the Scoia'tael. My mood is foul.
You have fresh troops.
Join us. I beseech you. Stop dealing with these non-humans.
I'll consider it.
Why have you come?
Why are you here?
I'm wondering about the introduction of martial law. I must prepare my unit. I need other assistance, however.
With what?
People disappearing in the town cemetery. Go investigate.
Is there payment?
Certainly. Besides the order's gratitude.
I'll go look.
I'll pray for you.
Know anything about the cemetery?
Only that people truly fear to venture there, for ghouls abound. The cemetery cannot be inaccessible to the townsfolk.
Still manning your post?
Work hard, play hard. Any ideas on what to name my new unit?
Flaming Spears of Destruction.
Very well. Flaming Spears of Destruction.
Still manning your post?
Work hard, play hard.
That's you.
Indeed, I shouldn't say.
I'm not acquainted with monastic names.
I know. Iron Flame.
Dazzling.
Iron Flame. It's decided.
Bye.
Delicious. Ooh, where are my manners? Never seen a ghoul before?
Not one that talks.
I hate to boast, but I am exceptional. My kin prefer growling.
I found some human corpses.
Hey, not my work. I don't eat live ones. I'll tell you who's to blame if you spare my life.
Agreed.
The pointy-eared ones. They rob graves and sneak about. Whoever's in their way, they kill.
And your group leaves them alone?
Well, they taste terrible, and they bring us food.
Thanks. Now shove off.
Be seeing you.
Geralt.
I placed the sensors as you asked.
I know. As soon as you did, I scanned all of Vizima and found the source of the anomaly.
Where?
A boy named Alvin, at St. Lebioda's hospital.
How can a child be the source?
You've forgotten everything? He must have immense powers. Elder blood must course through his veins.
Elder blood?
The gift of Lara. We must rein in Alvin's destructive abilities. Hurry, fetch him from the hospital.
I'll see what I can do. Will they let me take him?
Not readily. Your friend Shani refuses to hand him over. She has no idea what the entire city faces if he spins out of control. I don't know how to talk to her. She's your friend. Settle it with her. I'd be grateful. One more thing. Children of Elder Blood attract creatures from the beyond, ghosts and specters. You might find this scroll useful.
I'll see you later.
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on. This isn't so bad. Let's mingle.
Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold, welcome.
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duties. I'm certain we'll speak later.
Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
Duet, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
Geralt, have you met Taller?
Taller? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honourable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be wondering why he is here.
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honoured, whatever the circumstances.
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. Come, Geralt.
Curses. I'm drunk.
He speaks.
I broke my vow. I swore on a heron.
A heron?
Nonsense. Tala hired me to come incognito to the feast.
You blew it.
No scene, please. This ring will get you in the house of the night. Half price.
Geralt, allow me to introduce Burgomeister Velerad.
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster, or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgomeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests. You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to pry information from you.
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
Enjoying yourself?
Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved in one of the many schemes or secret alliances being forged.
It's a sign of the times. New customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic, someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked the new ones. But really, Taller, why are you here?
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight, like Taller the Fence would be.
Taller the Fence does nothing for free.
Taller the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our land and our women.
Who's this enemy? Who wants to steal our women?
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Why do you want to draw me into a game that doesn't concern me?
This game concerns you more than you imagine. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the conflict between the Order and the Scoia'tael? You mean to tell me you don't care? What about your lover, Triss Merigold?
That's private. I want to destroy Salamandra. That is my only objective.
Salamandra has a patron. Someone in this room, or one known here. You're up to your ears in this, Wolf, whether you like it or not.
Is Luvarden somehow involved?
I need to get Erkin a private meeting with him. At present, his intentions are a pure riddle.
To me, too.
Really?
What do you mean?
Your friend seems to get along famously with Luvarden. For two strangers, they certainly have much to discuss. See for yourself.
I trust Triss.
I suppose you know her better than I, but don't say I didn't warn you. Regarding Luvarden, we know he heads some transnational organization of merchants, bankers, and other wealthy folk. Make what you will of it.
Who exactly is DeWitt, and what is he doing here?
That Nilfgaardian dog is a mere pawn. I cannot fathom why Ada tolerates him.
Explain.
Like most knights of the Order, he worries his dick's too small, so he gets aggressive whenever something scares him. Then, of course, he's a Nilfgaardian. Our princess has some weaknesses, but stupidity is not one of them.
Maybe the princess has a game of her own going.
Then she should choose better allies. Unlike chess, this game claims lives. I'm afraid someone might be using her.
Who exactly are you? And be straight with me, comrade.
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders. I find traitors, rats, and foreign agents. I'm a spy.
A highly placed spy.
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after, are they a personal matter or an ideological one?
Both.
Care to explain?
They robbed me and killed a friend. They're criminal, evil. Salamandra upsets the balance. As a Witcher, I can't ignore that.
Got it. Thank you for being candid.
Excuse me for a moment. We'll talk later.
Witcher, you may approach. Duet, fetch me some wine. From that page boy at the end of the room.
Your Highness?
We may speak freely now. Geralt, tell me about witches, and please, don't hide behind your code.
What are you asking, milady?
What is your view on politics? To me, politics is like an encounter with a lover. Would you agree?
Not entirely.
But look around the room. People whispering in each other's ears, tongues flapping. Tongues, tongues, tongues. Never mind. Back to our lovers ambulating about the room. You see, Witcher, politics is not unlike a tryst. It begins with foreplay, glances, conversations. Behold that witch with Luvarden. Now look to our noble Erkin and the courtiers. The dance grows bolder, fondling and such. Then one is consumed by the desire to come together roughly, like animals. Finally, one is left with sad, passionless copulation. Velerad and Duet, for instance.
Excuse me, Your Highness. Sore throat.
We are adults, Geralt. We both know the desires of men.
You may be right, Your Highness. Power, sex, power, they both come down to one thing. Fucking others. May I ask you a question?
Go on.
What is the king's stance on this topic? I mean politics, of course.
Ugh, dull? I have grown hungry, and there is naught worth eating at this feast. I tire of partridge tongues and caviar. What do I most desire? I have it. I will answer your ever so dull question if you bring me what I most desire.
I shall return shortly, Your...
Speak.
I want to ask about...
No,
about the curse.
Shh. I could use something stronger. Fine. Ask.
Does the princess have strange dreams?
How would I know? I've not spoken to Ada without one of those bastards from the Order prisons.
Any strange behavior?
You're awfully close to treason.
I'm not asking out of want for political influence.
Our sweet princess is completely normal. Well, her head's a little messed up.
Is she aggressive?
On occasion, but not unusual for a spoiled damsel. I don't know, she's...
What?
Well...
Spit it out.
She needs a man to give her a proper lay.
Right.
Must go.
Later.
Ah, much better. The princess had a hard childhood. It left her with a penchant for raw meat. We tried to keep that quiet, but...
I see. Anything else?
Tala's angry. His intelligence agents scour the realm to fetch her treats.
Thanks. Any idea what the princess's favorite dish might be?
We have to know shit like that. As special agents, people of the shadows.
Calm down. What's the dish?
Tala does nothing for free. Go to the next room and fetch the letter from the box with the Temerian coat of arms. Be discreet.
But...
Then I'll tell you Ada's favorite dish.
Smoothly.
You'd make a fine... I exaggerate.
Start talking. What's Ada's favorite dish?
Catoblepus.
What?
Some time ago, this maniac who looked a lot like you arrived in Vizima claiming that nothing surpasses finely prepared catoblepus meat.
You're joking.
Not a bit. Since then, my men have been hunting catoblepus throughout the continent in secret. At market, it costs more than a good whore.
How's the meat prepared?
That's the Burgermeister's business. I smuggle in catoblepus, but I wouldn't know how to cook it.
Geralt.
This is important, Triss.
What's important?
Ada knows something. I think I can get it out of her.
Really?
That spoiled little vixen, well, she wants some catoblepus. Rare would be best.
Are you kidding?
No. Triss, could you conjure up something, please?
Sorcery at parties is considered very unseemly.
I'll create a distraction.
I'll do better myself. Catoblepus steak, rare for the princess.
Thank you, Triss.
You know I can conjure up orgasms, too.
I think I prefer traditional methods. I'll find you after I've spoken with Ada.
Do you have something tasty for me?
Steak tartare of catoblepus. Raw meat with a pinch of pepper and an uncooked yolk.
You know how to please a woman.
It is an honor to serve you, Your Highness.
I shall grant you a private audience. Come to my alcove in 5 minutes. We shall dabble in politics. Finally, politics it shall be, but quietly. We should not be heard.
Your Highness promised me an answer.
What are you waiting for? Undress.
Your Highness.
I shall answer in due course. But first, I must know if those legends about your sword are true.
As you command.
I should think so.
Geralt, I spoke with Declan.
And?
The two of you should talk.
What's so worthy of my time?
Don't be so quick to judge. He'll make you an offer, one I think you should accept.
Sure you're not using me as one of your tools?
Only in bed, Witcher. Only in bed.
About my identity.
Any progress?
I'm still... Not finding this party dull.
Anything more interesting in mind? At home, Geralt. At home.
What's the gift of Lara?
A long, complex story, but I'll keep it short. Lara Doranep Sheadal was no normal elf, more like a genetic bomb. She was to couple with another genetically special individual and bear an even more exceptional child. But that never happened. Lara fell in love with Cregennan of Lod, a mage, a human. Lara and Cregennan's children, known as those of elder blood, proved hard to follow. Thus the sorcerers who had hatched the plan lost control of their precious gene.
I'll find you later.
I'm glad you've come.
What is it?
The old saying goes, any enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Get to the point.
Geralt, I urge you to change your tone. Listen to what Declan has to say.
Let me guess. You have dirty work needs doing and thought a witcher with amnesia perfect for the job.
Exactly. Will you help destroy Salamandra?
I'll help, but it hardly means we're friends.
Wonderful. It's as we've heard. All secret societies need gold. Fistek yields the largest profits for Salamander. Our spies say there's a new Salamander camp in the swamps. The herbs are harvested, then conducted to another base in Vizima's temple quarter.
A swamp and slums again. Great.
We're confident you can destroy both camps. If you discover papers, evidence that might aid us, return to me.
Yes, sir. Permission to commence mission, sir.
Both camps are new, without sure defenses. A simple matter for you. The Salamanders would slaughter groups of humans easily.
Much simpler to sacrifice one witcher. I'll return once I have new information.
See me tomorrow if you need help. Triss obtained this formula especially for you.
I don't feel like talking.
You look very worried.
True. My grandmother, she's...
Is she in pain?
No. Many youngsters would envy Granny's health. She's changed, and dread fills my heart.
Perhaps I can help.
Granny will speak to me only to warn me away from the Sala.
I'll visit her and find out what I can. My help will cost 50 orens.
I'm not wealthy, but Shani spoke of your kindness.
Where does your granny live?
The crossroads near where the peddlers stand.
Farewell.
Greetings.
Greetings, dwarf.
No pain in your teeth? Schmarz, sein, dentist.
Geralt of Rivia, witcher, immune to cavities.
Right. Witchers slay monsters.
Generally, yes. Dentists too, but rarely.
Because I'm a collector of teeth.
Want more teeth?
Certainly. The rarer the better. I'll pay.
I'll look.
Remember, they needn't be monster teeth. I prefer unique specimens with a story to them.
People dislike you.
They sneer until their tooth aches. Then they crawl to me.
They don't pull teeth by themselves?
I don't bother with the gap-toothed ones. They always spit on me.
Take care.
Until you get a cracked tooth. Yes?
I've played a few professionals.
Woohoo!
They weren't so tough.
You can now play for really big coin. True sharps are hard to find, but games with them become legendary.
Welcome.
Greetings.
Do my eyes play tricks? Is it Geralt, the famed White Wolf?
Indeed. How do you know me?
I've heard about you from our friend, Mousesack.
I lost my memory and don't remember Mousesack.
A pity. Perhaps I can help, if you stay for a few years.
I must attend to urgent matters.
Yes?
What do you think of the Scoia'tael?
I'm uninterested in political conflicts. The Druids prevail because we possess nothing that kings covet. They, in turn, know we pose no threat to their power.
They may disapprove of you sheltering Scoia'tael.
We help all those in need as long as they respect our customs. The elves respect and understand nature.
And humans do not.
Not all, sadly. Rivers near cities are befouled with waste. Once great forests are logged without restraint. Animals that once thrived have become scarce.
I see.
Yes?
Farewell. About
Any
I agreed to help Siegfried in the Order of the Flaming Rose. I wonder if the former Geralt would have done the same.
Interesting. Why help the Order? What drove you to do that?
I don't understand the non-humans. Of two evils, I think the Order is the lesser one.
And therein lies the voice of reason. Hysterics and madmen who led youth to certain death always angered you. I'm not surprised you chose the Order.
Was I really so reasonable?
Unfortunately. Though I admit there were times when you followed your heart.
All this soul-searching has yet to restore my memory.
Patience, we're on the right path.
I certainly hope so. I need help with an investigation in the swamp.
Can't help you. Look around the swamp.
It's not that simple.
I was there once. Met someone named Vashka.
In the brickmaker's village.
The most reasonable of the bunch. Try her.
Geralt, I was looking for you. I had no idea Nurse Natala was such a wellspring of passion. You ever seen her leaning over patients? Those eyes.
Dandelion.
In any case, I was on my way here to entertain Natala with some scintillating conversation when I passed these two odd-looking men dragging out this kid who was hollering and crying. They called him by his name. I think it was Alpin or Albin or something.
Shit, that's who I'm here for.
Well, you'll be proud of me. Oblivious to any danger, I decided to help the kid and followed them. They dragged him to this house.
You're right. I am impressed.
Told you. You have to take me with you this time. This is true ballad material. Matter of fact, I'll lead you there. The house is in the non-human district. Follow me. This is where they brought Alvin.
Great. Wait here and don't enter until the fighting stops.
You always tell me to wait outside. No. This time I'm going in with you. I'll create a new genre. The proactive ballad.
I don't want you around when I start swinging.
Okay. I guess poetry requires sacrifices.
I'm glad you're here.
Everything will be all right.
Are they dead?
Yes, Alvin. They gave me no choice.
I understand, Geralt. Take me away from here.
Whoa, that's a lot of blood. Geralt. And here's the boy. See? Where would you be without me?
Shh. They're coming. Grab the kid and go out back.
You heard them outside? Amazing. Okay, I'll take him, but where?
Take him to Triss. She's a sorceress. She'll protect him best.
Oof. Doubt that'll make Shani happy. But it's better than angering a sorceress, I guess.
Get going.
Okay, I'll leave the boy with Triss.
You bastard! My dear son, I'll call the gods!
Woman, look at me. That thing downstairs was no son of yours. Open your eyes.
Who are you? Get out of my house!
How's my grandmother?
She'll recover soon. The job proved difficult, but we agreed on 50 orens.
I have the gold. Tell me what happened.
A dangerous creature lived in her basement. It tried to enslave her, but worry no more.
Gods, how horrible.
She'll be fine now she's out of danger.
I thank you. Shani spoke true about you.
No problem.
You? We must speak.
About what? You won't toss me into the sewers again.
This is how it works. I describe a job. If you refuse, it's the dungeon for you.
Like to gamble? I do.
Gamble?
I wager I can cut off your nose before you can sneeze again.
A little edgy today, are we? Listen, I know the people with the salamander badge have long been after you. I know where they can be found. Deal with them and your problems are over. And, in the process, you'll help me out too. How about it?
We'll see. Tell me what you know.
Salamandra has nearly taken control of the drug trade. If no one stands against them...
Why should I care?
They're after you. Destroy them. Take the information you need and return here. Oh, and gather any drugs you find as evidence.
Where do I begin?
An informer spoke of a dealer called Angus who holds some powder. He works in the slums. We must know where he gets his goods. He's often at the tavern.
Here's your loot.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can. Triss, about Alvin.
Mm-hmm.
Is he safe?
Yes. Dandelion brought him here and explained. I knew I could count on you. Is Shawnee clear about this? No? Then go tell her the boy stays with me. End it.
Well, if I have to. Though I'd rather face a swarm of ghouls.
Geralt.
I'll see you later. I left the boy with Triss to keep him safe.
How could you? She cast a spell on you. Out of my sight. I will forget your very name.
I spoke with Shawnee. She understood, but didn't take it too well.
I'm glad that's settled. Alvin needs someone who knows magic. Geralt, I wanted to talk to you about the future. About us.
Triss.
I'm not jealous. I'd just like to know where we are.
Can't this wait? I have this job. Clients getting impatient.
Please think about it, Geralt. We needn't talk. A symbolic gift would do. Say a ring.
Couldn't you just read my mind?
I could. But I don't want to. If you give me a ring, I'll treat it as a pledge. If you don't, I'll try to understand. See you, Witcher.
Geralt, how's Alvin?
Dandelion, do you always have to butt your nose into...
Just asking. Something troubling you?
She's just... I don't know anymore.
Let's go. Can't talk about women on an empty stomach.
But...
No buts. Zoltan and I agreed to have a drink today.
A mercenary dwarf and a wandering troubadour who knows all the loose women in town. I couldn't choose better advisors. Let's go.
Hey, Zoltan.
Greetings, Dandelion, Geralt. Our monster slayer looks bitter. Something happened?
Nothing you need to know.
Geralt is experiencing cognitive dissonance, a rather unpleasant tension that accompanies the appearance of two conflicting cognitions, be they thoughts or judgments.
You're so full of shit, Dandelion.
Simply put, he cannot decide. I assume the dissonance relates to...
My dissonance is nothing to you.
That's where you're wrong, Geralt. We're your only friends, and friends help each other. You'll see. We'll have a drink, and you'll know exactly what to do about Triss.
Somehow I don't think so.
Ooh, the vodka's nicely chilled. Gentlemen, cheers!
Damn all dissonances!
Is that so?
Ooh, delicious. Nothing like a good belt of liquor.
Yeah, not bad. Incidentally, Zoltan, why are we drinking from tankards? I swear I saw glass in here.
Serious problems require serious solutions. Half measures get you nowhere.
I get it. Half measures for Dandelion, though. He yammers enough as it is.
Will you stop whimpering like a spoiled lass and spit it out?
Triss is a fine woman.
But
I'm a witcher. Killing monsters is my destiny.
Don't bullshit me about destiny, Geralt. I realized long ago that all those pathetic bits by Etlina and the like are the same crap and humbug as those dissonances.
You may be right, but honestly, do you see me as a cobbler or a farmer?
No. I guess I see your point.
Damn it, I don't get it. What's one got to do with the other? No one said you'd have to stop slaying monsters, right?
She didn't say either way.
Let me explain, Dandelion. Just because a woman doesn't say it, doesn't mean she doesn't want it. In fact, they often say they want something when they really want the opposite.
I'll drink to that.
Oof, strong enough to make you cry. I'll tell you what's up with dames. You can theorize all you want, but you'll never figure out what's going on inside their heads. There's just no understanding women.
Highly original, Dandelion.
Sneer away, but you won't put me off. The problem is you don't know what you want.
And you don't know what you're talking about.
I've never had a family, but I am a poet. I know something about people. Tell me this, do you want a family or not?
Oh, Dandelion, it's not that simple.
Answer the question. You know what I mean. If it weren't for this mess, Scoia'tael, the Order, Salamandra...
If you only knew how much, Dandelion.
Right, the family is the fundamental unit of society. Screw it all. I've got the hiccups.
That's not exactly what I was thinking of. I just want to settle down.
I've heard that tone before.
Let's have another drink. I can't throw these damn hiccups.
I know. Let's go to a whorehouse. Make it your stag night.
Dandelion, we were talking about relationships in case you didn't notice.
Besides, they won't let me in. I'm a filthy non-human.
Only the weight of your purse counts at the house of the night. Besides, the madam owes me a favor. Come on, Geralt. Live a little.
Do they have dwarf women there?
Sure they do. It's the best whorehouse in Temeria. So, Geralt, you coming? I'm telling you, nothing like a trip to the whorehouse to get you thinking clearly.
All right, let's go.
One for the road.
Geralt, you reek and have woken all the neighbors. What kind of role model are you?
I'm out of here.
Who are you?
No matter. You, Angus?
What the fuck does no matter mean?
Play nice, asshole. Who supplies you?
This is way over your head. You're making a big mistake.
Spit it out. Who are your suppliers?
Eat me. I'm out of here. You're one stubborn son of a whore. I'll make you regret this.
I asked nicely and got nothing. Maybe this will work.
Scram!
What's beyond the grate?
Not your concern. Get lost.
Any reason why you're in the sewers?
We're rat catchers. Now bugger off! Didn't hear me? Out!
Angus said I might score some fisstech here.
Since when does he have friends like you? Give me the password, or we'll tie your balls into a Zeracanian knot.
Thorn.
Come on in. Just don't do anything stupid. And say hello to Angus.
Okay, go in, but no trouble. How much fisstech you want?
1 pound.
We'll let you know when it's ready. Go see the chemists down the hall, last door on the left. Push 'em, you'll get your goods faster then.
Where's the boss?
Out, supervising transports. Saw him a month ago.
Good work, Witcher. A few people died, but I'll turn a blind eye.
Self-defense.
Well done. The community is better without their kind. Back to business. Where hides the fisstech producer?
Gellert's the one responsible.
Great. I will secure the evidence and the drugs. For the public good, of course. You deal with Gellert.
Excellent plan. Perhaps I should kill everyone involved in trafficking fisstech? Or maybe I inform Vincent you're seizing goods.
What riles you? You got all you wanted.
That's the only reason I'm still talking to you. But don't give me any more orders. Is that clear?
As a bell. But we still must deal with Gellert.
Fisstech softens your brain. I'll do it.
Get ready, Geralt.
Don't worry about me. I have my potions.
They say you're a witcher.
They're correct.
And witchers kill beasts for coin?
Generally, yes.
Witcher!
You asked who I was. Have a job for me?
My uncle was slain by swamp monsters. He bore our family ring, which I value greatly. Bring me the ring for 100 orens.
All right, I can do that.
How fortunate to have met you.
Where's your uncle's body?
We prayed at the chapel. When the monsters attacked, my uncle fled into the swamp near the statue of the goddess.
Farewell.
I had to come here.
What's wrong?
I can't bring myself to say it.
You seem distressed and scared. Maybe I can help, but you'll have to tell me what's wrong.
My man... He's sick. I have to help him before it's too late. He's a werewolf, and I don't want him killed.
Werewolves are tough to kill, and witchers don't always kill monsters. Whenever possible, we lift curses and spells. How are you planning to help him?
Fat Sophie told me the druids may have a potion I could buy.
That's possible.
Witcher?
Aren't you afraid of swamp monsters?
I've handled worse in the slums. I carry a knife.
A word of advice. If anything attacks, run. Don't fight. The swamp monsters are hungry and dangerous.
Witcher?
Don't wander about searching for druids. You'll be killed before you find them. The swamp's too dangerous. I'll ask the druids for medicine for you.
Thank you. I'll wait at home. The building opposite the tavern in the slums.
Greetings. Much has changed. Townsfolk have violated our swamp.
Who are these strangers?
Dry ones.
How dreadful.
They drove off the lumberjacks and many were slain. They carry off our kin. The water lords are angry. Only the druids dare remain in the grove.
Anything else while I was away?
A great battle between a man with a fiery soul and an elven lord.
Who won?
Our lords were victorious. Praise be to them!
May I ask a question?
What?
Tell me about this battle.
The man with the fiery soul came with his steel-clad brothers. They angered the lords and dark waters engulfed them. The one who steps lightly through shadow and whose heart is consumed by hatred went to face them. They met in a terrible, savage battle, staining the waters red. Who won, you ask? The fire or the shadow? My answer is, neither.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I heard you're having problems. Drowners again?
Yes, but we have another problem.
Speak, Vesca.
Bandits with salamander badges are forcing my kin to gather herbs.
That's very interesting.
They separate our kin into groups. Armed guards watch them.
Where are they?
I saw one group by the fallen tower. Please help them. I'll reward you. Their boss, Roland Bleinheim, is an evil man. Kill him.
I'll do just that.
Yes?
I come on behalf of a woman whose beloved transforms into a werewolf. She wishes to find a cure.
You're a witcher. You should know how to treat lycanthropy.
I may have known once, but I can no longer recall the method.
I know several cures for lycanthropy, though I've not put any to the test myself.
What of a magical cure? An elixir?
I know not how to prepare one. You should question an experienced alchemist. I have heard a shirt made with fool's parsley may help.
Really?
Yes. Gather 5 leaves of fool's parsley and tell the woman to weave them into a shirt. Then her lover should wear it for the night.
Thanks for the advice.
There is also one folk remedy. I'm embarrassed to mention it, but it is said pure, unconditional love changes beasts into men.
I'll remember that too.
Remember this. Lycanthropy is a disease that penetrates ever deeper. Before endeavoring to remove the curse, you must make sure the werewolf is still a man at heart.
Why?
If he is not, he'll continue the slaughter, even once cured. Remain nothing more than a monster.
I see. I'll try to learn the werewolf's identity.
Yes?
Farewell.
Just in time.
Return home.
May you never suffer drought.
What do you know about Salamandra?
They forced us to gather herbs, make fistek. One group hides in the cave near the old logging area.
Salamandra is involved in the drug trade? Thanks. Return home.
We are saved. At last.
No, I came on my own. You're free.
Hear that, everyone? We're going home.
Before you go, tell me what you know about Salamandra.
They held us at a camp. One group may be by the old logging area.
Thank you.
The messenger of the lords lifts me from my knees and tears off my chains.
Are you the brickmaker's lost child?
I sat on foreign shores, crying and remembering my fatherland.
So neither druids nor dryads kidnapped you.
Blessed be he who wields a sword against my enemies.
Okay. Hurry home.
Who is above the lords?
Right. I'll be going.
Thanks be to the lords.
You're free.
We wish to reward you.
What is Salamandra doing in the swamp?
They're based at the former non-humans camp. You'd need an army to drive them out.
Thanks, I'll remember that. I found your missing child.
I thank you, White Wolf.
He's hard to understand.
It has been said, whosoever understands the lords will be solitary among the crowd, for their thoughts flow like the deep waters.
So he's supposed to be that way.
From a drowned woman born, he shall lead those who walk the Lord's path to the underwater kingdom.
I'm glad to help.
What?
I freed all the brickmakers. They confirmed Salamandra's evil deeds.
I thank you for your bravery. If you are to destroy the bandits, seek the Hierophant in the grove. The druids are watching Salamandra.
I'll do that.
I know how best to reward you. I bestow upon you the Water Lord's blessing. You may bathe in the holy waters of the swamp and rejoice.
I feel truly honored for who is greater than the Water Lords. Greetings, Honorable Hierophant. Vasca said you might be able to help with the bandits wearing salamander badges.
Welcome, White Wolf. I know what brings you here. I have heard it in the wind and seen it through animal eyes.
You know?
You battle Salamandra, and have saved many from Salamandra's experiments. You cannot enter their secret base. It is too well guarded, even for you.
Can you help?
Possibly. Their leader wants us to use nature's magic for his purposes. I'll propose a meeting where our chances will be even.
What can I do?
Bring me a psilocybe mushroom. They grow in a cave guarded by cockatrices. I will create a potion to entice the salamanders to meet us. When we meet the salamander leader, I'll help your fight.
I have the mushroom you wanted.
Excellent. I'll add it to the potion, then send the birds to deliver it.
Is the meeting set?
Yes, we'll leave when you're ready.
You said we'd leave when I was ready.
So, may we depart?
I'm ready.
We are to meet in a clearing. My friend will come too. It's the least I can do to help.
I've never fought alongside a wyvern.
Let's go.
It's over. The salamander leader is dead.
We are grateful and will always lend you aid. I return to my brethren. Keep safe.
I've been to the swamp. I may have recovered your family ring.
Many thanks. Here is your reward.
Farewell.
Greetings. You've returned safely.
The Hierophant revealed the cure for lycanthropy, but I must know your beloved's name.
I'll not betray my man's identity. I'd rather he stay a werewolf.
Let's hope your loyalty isn't his doom. How's your...
Fine. A mere scratch.
Everything all right?
I'm to receive a medal for saving the property of some townspeople.
I see.
You'd be eligible, but medals are only awarded to knights. Unless...
No. I won't join with that vow of celibacy.
I understand. Hey, the Grand Master himself is going to present the medal to me. Yes?
Did you get your medal?
They haven't set a date for the ceremony. I'm overwhelmed I'm to speak to the Grand Master afterwards. He's a true visionary, Geralt.
A visionary?
Jack de Aldersberg, Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose, is a man destined for great things.
Time will tell. I killed the drug lord.
Strange, admitting to a guard you killed a human? I jest. You've done well. Now, take your payment and go.
Maybe you should disappear.
Me? I don't get it.
Deal Fistek again, and I'll make sure you're never found.
Okay, don't worry. I'm a law enforcement officer.
Farewell, Jethro. Remember what I said.
So you love me and have forgotten her?
Triss,
You're sweet, you know. The only one I trust. You've endured a lot. Time for a reward. The little one's asleep, so let me show you some real magic.
What did you learn from those documents?
The location of the last salamander cell in Vizima's merchant quarter.
I'll hurry there now.
Not so simple. It's beyond the supervised zone. Entrance is forbidden.
So what's the plan?
A city guard officer is our informer. He's posted in Vizima's streets.
How will I recognize him?
He'll respond to a password. Speak the words, "The lily has yet to be engulfed by flames."
I'm getting tired of this espionage crap.
He will answer, "3 lilies make 1." He will direct you to the hideout.
Yes?
The lily has yet to be engulfed by fire.
What? Do you want flowers or something?
I mean...
Go and bother somebody else. Yeah.
The lily has yet to be engulfed by fire.
What? Is that a password?
Is it?
Wait, are you testing me? Hey lads, I think we've got a troublemaker.
No, I made a mistake.
Give it up!
I agreed to meet a friend here.
I should toss you in the dungeon. You're lucky I'm receiving a medal from Princess Ada soon.
A medal?
For fighting the elven terrorists.
Aren't there more pressing problems? What about the plague? Monsters?
Do I look like a sap to you? A terrorist bags twice as much gold as a kikimor.
And they're probably much easier to capture.
Capture? One need only identify a non-human collaborator. Yeah.
The lily has yet to be engulfed by fire.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. 3 lilies make 1.
You could have thought up an easier password.
Okay, here's the plan. At midnight, my unit will arrive in the sewers.
You're not coming with me?
We'll watch your back, but only for 2 hours.
See you there.
Men! Turn hut! Forward march! Comrades, the ladder.
Everything ready?
We're expecting the salamanders shortly.
They know we're here?
No, but they're vigilant. They have an important guest. Just a moment. Hurry! Now to begin. Akayala Ambra Kur. We have picture. A blurry one. We may not connect with the Redanians today. Easy, the crystal's warming up. I'll boost the magical correlation. It worked. We have picture.
I greet you.
Greetings, sir.
Enough formalities. What do you want?
Our military bases around Vizima have been broken up. Spies from Nilfgaard may have played a part.
So you're hip deep in manure. Why contact me?
Sir, we're requesting financial assistance.
Why would I help you?
Our mutual acquaintances are working for people with close ties to you.
You must think me mad.
But sir...
You're in over your heads. All your experiments, fifth tech deals. I won't help you.
Shh! Hear something? In the corridor!
Bravo! An impressive slaughter. Here I feared those idiots would bore me with incessant pleas. But they proved entertaining after all.
Who are you?
Radovid. I don't like being interrupted.
Listen, Radovid. I don't much care what you like. You'd better explain your connection to Salamandra. I'm sure we'll meet someday.
Nobody said that to me in a long time. I like you. You go straight for the jugular. I'll tell you who I am. I'm not out of fear. I share nothing in common with Salamandra, absolutely nothing. I once thought to use them as a tool, but I changed my mind.
A tool?
Political leverage, Witcher.
Can you be clearer?
I can, but I won't. Suffice to say that Salamandra's actions don't suit me right now, which makes us allies. Good luck, Witcher, and say hello to Ada.
Geralt. You know me?
It's me. It's me, Captain Vincent.
This explains your disappearances at night.
I was covering you. Those imbeciles didn't even crawl from the sewer.
You want thanks?
Just tell me what you learned.
Radovid spoke to the salamanders through a teleprojection.
The King of Redania? Some support?
No, he refused, but they have mutual friends.
Anything else?
Nothing special.
We're on the same side.
I can help you break the werewolf spell.
No need. I'm better at catching criminals this way. Also, the criminals fear this terrible monster that defends the poor. Meaning me.
Why should I spare you?
Why wouldn't you?
You kill humans.
How many have fallen by your sword? I'm not a monster on the inside, unlike you.
You're right. Appearances don't matter.
Thank you. Let us both be on our way.
Listen, I found a magical stone at the Salamandra hideout.
Interesting. Let me see. Geralt, it's a telecommunicator. It leaves a magical trace of any transfers.
Use plain language.
With a bit of luck, we can use this to find the Salamandra base.
So?
I need to speak with Luvarden. We'll talk later.
We have news about Salamandra.
Good news, I hope.
Alas, no. Its influence reaches further than we anticipated.
And you have an offer for me.
Why the sarcasm? Salamander has strong political backing. We've been unable to convince town or military authorities to take them on.
How's that possible?
I suspect it relates to recent suspicious edicts.
What will you do?
We need support. An army unit or similar force.
How does that involve me?
We'd like you to negotiate with our potential allies.
Who do you have in mind?
Salamander have ruffled some feathers. The Squatter, the Order of the Flaming Rose.
I'll see what I can do.
If you succeed, we will meet them here.
May I ask something?
Of course.
I see many expensive foods here. How do you feel about Vizima's starving?
Ha! Helping the sloths in this city would bankrupt me in a day.
If you helped a few.
I'm a man of principle. If I help the poor, I'd want to help all, without exception.
Farewell. Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
It allows conversations over short distances. With some knowledge of magic, one can draw quite a bit of information from it. If the salamanders were using it to communicate with their base, I should be able to pinpoint its location.
Short distances. Interesting. Can you check the last communication?
The communicator sent a signal to a house in Vizima. It's marked on your map. Is there something I should know?
I have a hunch. I'll check it out.
All right, but be careful.
I'll see you later.
Greetings. You've returned safely.
The Hierophant revealed the cure for lycanthropy, but I must know your beloved's name.
I'll not betray my man's identity.
Carmen, I already know that Vincent's the werewolf.
Please don't hurt him.
I'll try to help him. Listen carefully.
Yes?
What's your real name?
Hela, but that's too common.
Know anything about a blue-eyed girl bitten by vampires?
Don't know about vampires, but there's a new blue-eyed whore at the Trade Quarter Cat House.
Your competition?
Our business has taken a dive. That one gets more customers than all my girls together.
So she's popular.
Yes. Let me get you the address. I suppose she won't be there much longer now you've taken an interest.
I spoke to the Hierophant about your man's affliction.
Oh.
Overnight, Vincent should wear a shirt woven from fool's parsley, and the spell will be lifted.
That's what I'll do.
I'll fetch some fool's parsley leaves.
I'll be waiting.
We're closed. The Lady of the Night won't see just anyone.
I have something for your mistress.
You have something, you say? So go to a brothel and put it to good use. Shove off.
I thought this was a brothel.
This is the Night House, the best brothel in Temeria. It's not for vagabonds in leather rags.
I have gold.
You won't bribe me. I'm doomed. Come in.
Well, is that polite? Barging in without an invitation?
I'm here on business.
Then refusing to answer questions. The Geralt of Rivia I heard of was a courteous witcher.
Forgive me, madam. I lost my memory.
I know, Witcher. I followed your deeds for some time.
Why the interest?
My lover, whom I've never forgotten, called you friend. He perished helping you battle a powerful foe. But that was long ago. What brings you here?
Who are you?
I'm the Queen of the Night. I realize my clients' dreams, leaving them relaxed and content.
With empty coin sacks.
I fulfill their dreams, if only for a brief moment. And dreams are priceless.
You mentioned times past. Could you tell me about your man?
I never said he was a man. More importantly, you were a friend to him. Alas, Regis just drank too much. Thus we parted. His habit nearly killed him. Angry peasants attacked him. After he recovered, he led a loner's life. Until he met you.
Sadly, I remember nothing.
Don't concern yourself with that. I appreciate that at his death he had friends. True friends.
What do I need to do to spend the night with these beauties?
Forget you're a witcher and call yourself a friend.
Forgive me, madam, but I don't understand.
Be patient. In time you will.
care.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings, blue-eyed one.
What would you have, my white-haired lord?
I wanted to start out talking.
All right, let's speak. Giacomo Cassano claims nothing surpasses cultured conversation as foreplay.
What do you dream of, Blue Eyes?
I would like the night to last forever.
Not knights on white steeds and other nonsense?
I'm no ordinary girl. I can prove it. Simply ask.
I'd like to spend the evening with you.
With pleasure, white-haired one. But you must first make a contribution to the House of the Night. A mere 500 orens. Thank you. Follow me.
I wanted to experience this fantasy of mine.
Patience. First a hot bath, then your dreams will come true.
What an interesting scar on your neck.
Like it?
It adds character. Intriguing.
If you like, I'll show you more.
I think your brother may be looking for you.
What? No. I have no family.
You sure?
Entirely. This is my home. My Sisters of the Night.
I must be mistaken.
Yes?
Never mind. Take care. There's a blue-eyed courtesan at the whorehouse.
My sister would never degrade herself so.
I have proof. I saw fang marks on her neck, just as you described.
How did this happen? She must be under some spell, that of the vampire who bit her. Perhaps she too has been transformed.
Maybe.
Witcher, you must help. The vampire clearly haunts the brothel.
I'll do what I can. A vampire haunts this house. The marks on the neck of one of the girls.
I can name quite a few ordinary animals that leave marks such as those.
The girl's brother believes she would never work in a brothel of her own free will. He believes she must be spellbound.
And you believe that? Don't be naive. The girl lives like a princess here. She wears the finest silks. Clients sell their estates to spend a single night with her. She enjoys servants and comforts you couldn't dream of. Her brother wished to give her in marriage to some old fool with hemorrhoids larger than a... No matter. She, on the other hand, desires to be a princess of the night, an eternally beautiful forbidden fruit. Vizima's dream.
What are you talking about?
I sensed that when I drank her blood. What are you looking at? Yes, I'm the vampire who haunts this house. Yet I never kill. Blood energizes me, like alcohol does humans. In any case, I've never hurt a soul.
This is nonsense.
My daughters and I drink our customers' blood. We never kill. Their blood pays for our services. Everyone profits.
And the blue-eyed girl?
She summoned me herself. In her dreams, fantasies, she yearned for freedom and eternal beauty. We're not monsters, Geralt. I'll offer you a deal. One night with my daughters in exchange for peace. For forgetting this entire matter.
And if I don't consent?
Someone will die. You, me, the blue-eyed girl? Would it be right to choose death? Even the death of a vampire?
Witchers slay monsters, vampire. Nothing personal.
Pray that you're as able as legend claims.
The vampire's dead. Your brother awaits at the new Naracourt.
You killed her!
Yes. Go back to your brother. Given what happened here, customers aren't likely to come back anytime soon.
You son of a bitch! Who gave you the right to ruin the lives of others, to decide their fate? You know what you are? A hired assassin killing for a handful of gold. And Madame spoke well of you.
She was a vampire. A post-conjunction relic.
That's nonsense. You've destroyed our lives, mine and all those here. Now we'll have to work the streets like cheap whores.
You don't have to sell yourself. Go back to your brother.
Know what, Witcher? I have a task for you. Kill my brother. How much do you want?
I don't kill humans.
I hope your cock turns blue and rots off, murderer. Be gone.
Where's my...
At the brothel. I slew the vampire, so if she wants to, your sister will come back.
The vampire concerns me little. Return my sister to me.
The vampire's finished. Where's my payment?
You'll not see a penny until my sister returns home.
Ah, you people will never change.
Hello again, Witcher.
Greetings, Radovid.
No magic mirror between us this time. I'm pleased you found my sanctuary. Triss Merigold lent a hand, am I right?
You know Triss?
Not personally, but I know Philippa Eilhart, and that's like knowing all sorceresses. I wish to speak with you, Witcher.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Good question, but one with no simple answer. I was raised at the Redanian royal court. My father was murdered during the war with Nilfgaard. Ever since, I lost interest in toys. I've strived to regain my heritage, find my father's murderers, and introduce order to my lands. Sadly, I'm surrounded by corrupt traitors, overly ambitious sorceresses, and frustrated chaplains of the Eternal Fire.
From what I've seen, the upper crust in Temeria is the same.
Nothing attracts sons of bitches like power.
You wanted something?
Familiar with these strange edicts in Vizima?
I've heard about them.
They bear the royal seal, but some suspect fraud.
Tell me more.
It's just as Thaler said. Foltest didn't sign these. I'd recognize his signature.
You know Thaler?
Certainly. I'd be a fool not to know Temeria's chief of intelligence.
So Foltest didn't declare martial law?
No. I feel I should inform him of this.
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, or bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
If you say so.
Don't disregard sorceresses. Beautiful, wise, helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
What's your connection to Ada?
I had hoped to persuade her to marry the King of Redania, which would benefit both kingdoms. With Foltest's help, our king could finally rid himself of all the parasites surrounding him. In turn, Redania could support Temeria in its fight against the Scoia'tael. I need not mention the benefits of increased trade. The kingdoms united could resist the expanding powers of the knightly orders and the guilds. Additionally...
Enough. You've convinced me, but I'm not Ada.
And you, Witcher, what do you think of Foltest's daughter?
What do you want to know?
You're an expert on monsters. You broke her Strigger spell.
True.
Can she bear children?
I don't see why not.
Healthy, human children?
I believe so. One of the knowing could examine her.
Thank you. Keep this conversation confidential, and please don't meddle in Redania's dynastic intentions.
I generally don't meddle, so you have nothing to fear, Your Majesty.
When did you figure it out?
Well, there's the way you spoke of Redania, of Ada, and then there's your ring.
If ever in Redania, visit the royal court. Farewell.
Farewell, King. I have a proposal. Will you help me destroy the Salamandra?
How?
I have powerful friends who know how to destroy it.
Is this some political plot?
Siegfried, you trusted me at the bank.
Okay. Any details?
The new Neracourt Tavern. Come by tonight.
I'll be there.
Wait for our signal. Listen, I've found us some allies.
Great. In time for our meeting with Luvarden. We'll discuss it with him.
Agreed.
Geralt, you should know we've angered some powerful people. This meeting could change much.
What do you mean?
Tend to any unfinished business in Vizima, and prepare. Afterwards, it may be too late.
I'm ready. Let's meet at the new Neracourt.
I'll inform the interested parties.
How do you know who?
I'm a sorceress, remember? And you think so loud, I can't help reading your mind.
You're in danger.
What? Why?
The militia learned of your meetings. Salamandra has spies in the army. You must flee.
No, I won't. I must speak to the others.
The Salamanders will be here soon.
So I'll face them. You run.
Are you mad? I knew you wouldn't run. I even counted on it. Don't get yourself killed.
You too, werewolf.
Will you fight alongside a werewolf? Our trap worked both ways.
Not entirely.
Surprise.
Let's dance. I let Vincent live. A deadly beast. A changing world. New, more dangerous monsters. Fistek. Slavery. Banditry unpunished. Werewolves are no longer the enemy. No longer the evil lurking in the dark. A dark avenger. Keeper of peace. The world's changing. And Vincent's a decent werewolf.
Geralt, we were waiting.
Greetings.
I was worried.
Decided anything?
The Order is apparently willing to cooperate.
We will rid Vizima of this evil once and for all.
Misunderstandings do arise between different members of the Order, but I take it we're clear about what we're doing.
Misunderstandings?
No matter. Apparently we're to be magically transferred somewhere.
Triss will teleport you and Siegfried to the Salamander base. You'll open the gates for the knights.
When?
Still needs deciding.
Quiet. I hear footsteps. Was I followed?
The door is locked.
Open up in the name of King Foltest and the Flaming Rose!
It's DeWet. Traitorous monk. A disgrace to our profession.
I didn't foresee this problem.
Siegfried, I know you're associating with that witch! You're finished!
Triss, can you transfer us now?
Is that wise?
This may be our only chance. Kimbaga Hara!
I knew this knight who turned to soup while being teleported.
I'm counting to 3! You're screwed, Siegfried!
Soup? Maybe,
Dark Ambra der Hadrin!
There's no time to lose.
Siegfried?
Open the gate and let the Order inside.
Where's Triss?
She stayed behind to deal with that lunatic DeWet. She told me to warn you that Azar has gained immense power thanks to some book.
I know the story.
Would you take on the entire base yourself?
Any ideas?
The Salamanders are using a magic portal to enter their base. Cursed elven magic.
Can we use it?
The sorceress said it is activated by a magic stone. There is something of the sort in the cave, to the right.
White Wolf, we've been expecting you.
I see we're all here. Good. We can resolve this.
Ha, you've learned nothing from our last meeting. Even Siegfried of Denel would follow you into fire. All is aligning with the grand plan. Should you demonstrate wisdom, you'll see it realized.
What if I refuse? Witches are simple and sentimental.
Don't make me laugh, Geralt. Simplicity suits you like a fist in the nose, and sentimentality suits you even less. You can't deny that. You're too smart. Besides, who do you want to defend? Foltest, a monarch with more sins on his conscience than the professor has long words in his vocabulary? Foltest impregnated his own sister and let his offspring eat the city's inhabitants for years. Furthermore, during the war, he allowed Nilfgaard to plunder and torch neighboring allied kingdoms.
What's your point, Javed?
If not Foltest, then who? The Lodge of Sorceresses? You know not what those bitches did to influence post-war treaties. The resettlements, deportations, the unresolved matter of the Scoia'tael and others.
Your dazzling conclusion?
Salamandra is not evil, not more than those with the will to shape their own fate.
If Salamandra is not evil incarnate, then what of Javed? Immorality, rape, murder, treason. What would you call this creature?
The future, evolution, or destiny?
Screw that future. I'd rather fight a nightmare, even if it's hopeless.
Remember the magic book from the tower in the swamp. Observe some useful spells.
I lost the skirmish in the swamp. Javed made off with the book. This marked the true beginning of our conflict. Though Javed escaped once more, on balance, things are rather favorable. 3 Salamandra bases annihilated, new allies gained, and the Professor for dessert.
Geralt, are you well?
What happened?
What a blow. And a miracle you still live.
I am alive.
Professor escaped, and the barrier blocks our path.
I'll find him.
The book in the swamp contains some interesting spells, including Alzor's shield, which even Professor can use to destroy you. Observe.
I seriously doubt it.
Goodbye, Geralt.
No doubt your life will end soon, and how useless it's been. You'll die knowing you're an aberration.
You're so full of shit, Professor.
Why do you seek to prevent the creation of new witches? The answer's simple. You feel you have no rightful place in this world. You owe your existence to the conjunction of spheres. But your creators erred. Know how?
Enlighten me.
They failed to strip you of emotion. You were meant to slay monsters without making judgments, philosophizing, or nursing doubts. You're ineffective.
Well, this ineffective, doubt-ridden historical freak is about to kill you. Let's dance.
You've triumphed. Go ahead. Your invaluable witch's treasure awaits. You have what you wanted. Show mercy. Never hurts to ask. So you can parry arrows in flight.
I should have known you'd discover who was behind the counterfeit royal seals. I was wrong to see you merely as a monster slayer.
The better you know me, the more impressive I become.
Any chance you haven't deduced everything?
Not much. I know you plan to stage a coup, assume power while your father is away. I also know you found an ally in Salamandra.
My plans remain unchanged, and you won't stop me. I condemn you to death, sentenced to be carried out at once.
Your Highness.
Sorry, Geralt. The right of state never sleeps.
As the condemned, I have the right to a last wish. One last kiss from you.
A scandalous request. But the last wish is a sacred custom. So be it.
You wish, Witcher.
He has been spirited away. Someone will pay for this.